Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia, headed on down to what was the sorghum field, and we're going to be planting ourselves our grass field today. A second grass field. This will be strictly for silage only, and the other field maybe we'll just keep that for hay all the time, or occasionally maybe once in a while silage also. I did get the barley field tidied up. Everything's been planted there and looking pretty good. Actually, let me just drive across one of our fields right here. I kind of forgot what I decided in this field here. Am I planting in this field today? I don't think so. Oats and then canola. Let's see, what do we got here? Oats and then canola. Where's the canola? There we go. Well, not grass. We got plenty of grass. Okay, so wheat. Wheat or barley. I think I should be planting that now, I think. I got a lot of planting to do. Wheat and barley. Oh, that's right. I can do that next month. And we'll probably get that going next month when we are harvesting our soybeans and everything else. All right. Now I remember. All right. Let's jump back into the T9. And we'll start getting our grass field planted. So there were a couple of suggestions. Yeah, the soybean field that's down here that we'll be harvesting. I think this episode we'll get to it. That I should make that the grass field because it's bigger. But as I mentioned when talking about putting the grass field in this one, yeah, I don't want to be doing a whole lot of grass work. We got plenty as it is already, so making or at least having it in the smaller field is just what I rather do. Plus, I'll be able to put the silage bales down at the corner here and make it for easy access to just pick them right back up and put them on into the cell trigger, which is just around the corner. So, should make some quick work of this. And then after I get this done, I think I'm done for the month of March. And then we can go right on to April. Whereas I mentioned we got soybean fields to harvest. And of course, our grass field, sugarcane. That will be all ready for harvest. So, plenty of work to do before winter gets here. Oh man, I'm going to be all over the place with this for a few minutes. To get used to driving an articulated tractor again. Now I'm really going to try to stay away from buying anything until we sell everything here in a few months for winter time and bring a whole bunch of cash in. I would like to just nibble away at the loans and then get a better, grasp on our... I always hit that fence with everything but the harvester. Get a better grasp on our financial situation and figure out where to go from there. A lot of things I would like to buy. A lot of things, would be nice to have. But, one step at a time. Yeah, no more land, I don't think, until I can get another harvester. Because even though we got ourselves a nice harvester and a nice wide header, getting more fields is just going to take that much longer for that one harvester to complete everything. Should be able to get this entire field done without having to refill with fertilizer or seed. Grass does not take that much fertilizer. Oh, I did not check to see if it needed lime. The pH value is actually pretty darn good, so I think we're all set there for a little bit. I'm not sure if I'll get a cut in this grass field before winter. I think I can get a cut in at best when it reaches the first harvest stage. So I may do it or just may pass on it. Have to see how busy we are and how excited I am to get to the winter months and just sell everything. Even if I were to make silage bales in this field, they won't be ready by January. Probably more like February or March. If I were to cut the grass in December, that'd be January, February, March. Yeah, if I had to cut it in I'm thinking winter months like the northern hemisphere. We're in the southern hemisphere. So let's see, December would be June. I know it sounds kind of weird, just what my brain thinks. November would be May. Yeah, so the latest the grass would grow would be in May, which is 2 months from now. So it would be just in the first harvest stage. I mean, grass is grass, so we'll have to see. Maybe I'll get myself some workers on it if I'm not too busy with the tractors already. Put a little grass in my neighbor's field. Take care of their... That might be sugar beet they're growing. So apparently I also saw the comment of you can actually buy the big buds, or at least one model of the big buds in Australia. So yeah, I'm not too sure if I want to go ahead with the big bud, or I was actually thinking about maybe getting a 9RX John Deere tractor. Try not to duplicate the tractors that we already have. So I don't want to get another another 9T, which is currently what we're in. Wait for that traffic to go on through so I can just come out here, make sure we cover as much as we can. Yep, just go right over. Yeah, that's just clip your Massey Ferguson. It's all right. A little bit more. There we go. Now I'm going to try to back this up, and this is going to go as you would expect. All right. Let me just turn it around. At least you can turn it around on a dime in this thing. But backing up, not my strong suit with that many implements behind us. There we go. Now we're cooking. And once I get the first lap done here, the rest will be simple. I won't have to back up at all. I can spin around right in the field itself. We'll have to double check my factories before we go ahead and get into the month of April. Mainly the one I want to keep track of on is the tableware production. Don't hit that sign. Alright, we missed it. That sign will not just fall over. So I can leave this tractor actually right on down here. We'll probably go fill it up with seed and fertilizer. So first thing in the morning I can start planting. I guess it doesn't matter. I think I decided on wheat just to make sure we had enough feed for the birds throughout the rest of the series. Yeah, once again, this series definitely will end when FS22 comes around. There's no way I can continue. I'd rather continue the Mystical Woods, if I even continue that one, when 25 comes out. There's no way I can continue this one, possibly Mystical Woods, and also have 2 series and 25 going. That's just going to be way too much. And really, in the next month, when 25 does arrive, we're going to be quite a ways further in this series as well. And with this many big fields, we're not going to go through the years as fast as we did in the early stages because, you know, I didn't have as many fields, so not as much work to do. But as we gather more fields, it's just more work per season. And, of course, the fields are not small, so they do take a while to get the work done through on them. I think Hudson would be happy with the farm when we leave here in November. November real time, not November in the game. But when we leave here in November, I mean, he sent us here and all he owned was the property that the farmyard's on. And, of course, the grass field and the sheep. That's all one lot. So, basically, we just had that when we've gotten all the equipment that we have, got all the land that we have. Yeah, we may owe $1 million in loans, but the farm is worth way more than that. And over the next 12, 15 episodes, whatever it is, it's definitely going to be worth more than what it is now, and we should have more equipment on the farm and maybe a little bit more land. All right, Alright, so it should only take me about another 5 or 10 minutes or so to get this field taken care of. So let's zip right on through it.
I'm living for the highlights, living for my dream. So baby, stay with me. I'm living for the highlights, living for our dream.
I just remembered in between episodes I was supposed to be looking up for a cheaper auger wagon that holds a little bit of material. Don't need something that holds like 50, 60,000 liters. Maybe more like 20,000. So that way I could just bring the auger wagon to the store and buy the seed or fertilizer that we need and deliver it to this air cart right here. But I guess for now we'll just have to go on down to the store and top off. But I'm sure when I start planting wheat next month, we're going to go to the fertilizer rather quickly. Cereal crop tends to take a lot of fertilizer. But as for our second grass field, we just about have it completed here. And I am thinking probably we will be getting the Krone Big M with the 3-point hitch on the back, or the PTO shaft on the back, so we can go ahead and just use the big Krone M and attach the baler to the back of that. And that way we can make silage bales down here with just basically one machine. It'll free up 2 of my tractors. And I can, of course, put that on a worker. And not to do a darn thing with it, basically. Just set it on up and let Frank or Francine, whoever it may be, take control while we do other things. Alright, grass field in. Let's go on down to the store and we'll top this off. And that way we're all set for planting wheat. Right over there. Got to really time this well, because with this machine here going on down the road, I take up the entire road, so I got to just watch for oncoming traffic. Traffic coming up behind me I don't really care too much about. I got to wait for these 3 cars. It's just 3. I think so. And if there's a car coming up behind me, well, they'll just have to wait. Did not see that car. It was in the shadows. Alright. The town's going to divert traffic just for a moment. Or maybe I'll just leave it off. Now I'm going to hit that telephone pole probably with a drill. No, we're good. Alright, now I just got to sneak in here. I think I can go underneath this roof. I think I did it when I brought it out. Yep, we can. Okay, give me the good seed. And sometimes I can just switch over and it'll start filling up. Other times, nope. Got to back out of the trigger. Go back into the trigger. And there we go. While that's folding up, let me switch this over to wheat, which we are currently on. Perfect. Yeah, we could start planting it today, but I think we'll wait until the month of April. And this could be working while we're harvesting the soybeans. Gotta be careful when I leave here. This, I think it's a stop sign right out here. I collide with that thing more times than not with every piece of equipment I think I've driven out of here with at one point or another. Now you can see what I say. The drill takes up the entire road, and I'm not kidding. It does. There's our combine over there waiting to harvest our soybean field, which I'm hoping that's ready next month. It's the first month for harvest for soybeans, so it all depends on what month the farmer planted those soybeans on. We did not plant those soybeans, so I have no idea what month they did plant. Alright, we'll just unfold this. Alright, while it's unfolding, I think I did take care of our factories. So the orchards, they're out of season. So nothing's really going to be happening here. We are backpiling with some apples. So I turned the apple juice back on. I actually had that turned off because I wanted to make... what was I making with it? Ketchup? No, ketchup goes there. So ketchup, for some reason, requires an apple. Okay, that's fine. So that's... we're all set there. Yeah, I better come back over here and take care of that because we could make easily 10,000 liters overnight. I did turn off here the lettuce and onions. I don't think we need lettuce for anything, do we? Do I need lettuce for any of these recipes here? No, I do not. So I got that turned off. I got lettuce turned off there. Onions I got turned off as well because we just got so many onions unless we've been through them. Which one's for onions? Is it pickles? Yeah, onions. We can see we're completely full there. Our orchard's out of season. Spinnery is more than fine. The sugar productions, well, we're harvesting sugar cane in the month of April, which we're getting ready to get to, so everything here is good to go. Except for, well, we tabbed here. That's good enough. Let's grab our Crone trailer, and we'll go empty out the tableware production. I probably should check on... I think I checked on the birds last time, but I think they're fine. Yeah, I mean, I should be giving them some food here sometime soon. I did sell all the male birds and... not the sheep. I think with the sheep, I may have a couple of extra males in there, but... You know, we got 550 sheep in there. Having just 4 or 5 males is not going to be the end of the world. Not that it matters in Farming Simulator. Although, someone did mention to me a while ago that apparently the male sheep don't produce as much wool as the female sheep do. Alright, get out of here. Open up the side curtain. Trying to figure out if this grass is in... Is that grass that could be ready next month? Yes, this says ready for harvest, so it's in the first harvest stage. So I got grass to cut here and make some hay out of in April. We got 2 soybean fields and the sugarcane field, so... Yeah, April's going to be a moment or two. So the one thing I haven't talked about yet, and in case you missed the short little video I had out a couple days ago, maybe you care, maybe you don't care, but you did miss a big announcement. Live streams will be happening here. You didn't want to take that? There we go. Yeah, live streams will be happening in the near future. Usually you just take those. There we go. Yeah, I got new internet finally. Surprise to me and a lot of people that are at the end of my street here. We actually got high-speed internet finally. For those of you who don't know, I live out in the sticks. Way out in the sticks. And it's just like me and like 2 or 3 other houses that are like 2 miles from other houses. So for us to get high-speed internet was kind of a surprise. But yeah, long story short, too late. High-speed internet is at my location now, which means now I can live stream. Hooray. A lot of people have been waiting for that for a while. As for what I'll be live streaming, probably not Farm Sim 22, not this series or the Mythical Woods. Just because I think a lot of people are going to want to see just the usual half-hour to an hour video that we do on it. The live streams could run, you know, maybe an hour, 2 hours. I don't know. I mean, I can get kind of crazy once in a while when I start getting involved into a game. So if I were to do a farming series on a live stream, I think it would have to be like its own thing and just live stream it maybe once a week and do that. But I don't have any plans on starting another FS22 map with just a month to go. But yeah, like when FS25 comes out, the day that it comes out, I'll probably live stream that and we can just look at a whole bunch of stuff. But in the meantime, I might be live streaming like SnowRunner, Construction Sim, any other new simulators or games that come out in the meantime. So such things like that is what you can see. As I'm recording this, actually the video of me getting ready, you know, announcing live streams coming to the channel has not even gone live yet. So yeah, I don't know when the first live stream is going to be or what is going to be on as of yet. I gotta get back to focusing on what I'm doing here. The sheep. Do I have a bale out here? No, we do not, so we better get a bale for the sheep. These pallets out here are lime. I still have the Thunder Creek fuel trailer leased. Probably going to keep that until after harvest season. Ooh, their feed trough looks empty. Are they empty? Hitting all the wrong buttons now. Their feed trough is empty. That's not good. But their health is still looking somewhat decent. No, I want... There we go. We want 2 of these. So, 1 bale should easily be taken. And then the other bale. Did it take from both? Oh no, they're going down. Oh, there we go. The floating bales. Alright, so now they got a little bit of food left on over. And Twister, well, we'll feed him when the month starts anew. Might as well leave this right here. Do I want to check the sale page? I mean, if the Krone Big M... I know it was in the sale at one point, the modded one. But yeah, I think... I'm getting confused on which series is what. Can I take out a loan on this series? I should be able to. Oh yeah, almost $2 million worth. So yeah, I think what I've been talking about is wait until the winter months and pay off as much of these loans as we can, and then just take out one more huge loan for the series. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, so the chickens and the sheep now are all good to go. We got the grass field in. I think it's just time to go into the month of April. Let's get into my house here and sleep until 8. I may actually have to borrow a little bit of money this month. We'll have to wait and see. How much money do I got left in the bank account? Do I have enough to... Ooh, that's not enough to go ahead and lease the forage, harvester, and header at all. So that's not good news. Oh yeah, I got to take care of the birds first because their pen is not even close to being full. Although we're climbing up there faster and faster. So we just got to look at the chicks and the ducklings and get rid of the males. Female, female, male. All right, we got 39 of those. And then the male chicks. 45 of those. I think we actually lose money when we sell those because they're not worth anything, and I got to pay a transportation fee. But you know, it's pocket money at this point. All right, yeah, their feed trough still looks decently enough. All right, so they're taken care of. Let's come over here and we'll spawn at least another bale for the sheep. May have to start feeding the sheep twice a day. But I mean, I try to check in the morning and in the evening. Oh yeah, in a new month, so we got to go ahead and feed Twister. Let's come over to here. Trigger is... There we go. And one bale of hay. Yeah, so I have to look at the prices of a few things because, yeah, I got to bring in a little bit of cash. Twister's coming over to get their food. But yeah, we got to get a little bit of money so we can lease the forage, harvester, and header. All right, there you guys go. Or I should say ladies, because you're mostly ladies. Let me just check the store page this morning. And, well, that was the one I think we were releasing quite a bit, the Avatar. But that's, yeah, for what we're doing now, way too small. And nothing else really here that we need. All right, let's get on down to this field here. And we'll get ourselves a worker going. We'll start planting myself, but once I get around this corner, we'll, of course, get Courseplay up and running. Courseplay would do the corner probably better than I will. And I do want to stay away from... I said stay away from the pole. There we go. Stay away from those poles. Yeah, traffic, I think I'll just leave turned off at this point for today. Workers, yes. Create job. Field work. Make sure it's in my field only. Because these fields in this map are awfully close, and sometimes Courseplay will overlap. 2 headlands should be good enough. Generate course. And let's see, we're going around the only island there, right? It's the only island we have? Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and hire the worker. I think we got Frank in there, so the Frank is going to do ourselves a very good job getting the wheat in. And they should be good to go. Now I got to find my John Deere. I'm going to need this in just a little while. Oh, I didn't check to see. Is this field even ready before I drive over there? Yes, it is. It looked like it was. We'll drive in our field here where there's no crops. So this will be our first harvest in this field. Alright, so we do got some trees here. we'll try to do it the correct way. So this farmer has no crops in this field, so we'll come over to here. Yeah, I know I don't have access to that land, but I got access to this land right here. All right, let's do the same thing here. Let's get ourselves a worker, create job. Yes, that's all looking good. We got one island here to take care of. 2 headlands ought to be good. Yeah, that's all looking fine. And course play is going around the island, and they're going around, I believe that's a power tower, power pole, if you will. Yeah, in this field here, the score in this field is actually, oh, it's actually a 95, so pretty good. Yeah, the only thing that's not good on it is, I'm guessing that's for direct drilling, tillage. Yes, I mean, can't really do too much about that. So overall, our environmental score is at 98, so we're doing pretty good on that. Yeah, the edge of the fields on here for course play are wishy-washy at best. All right, so with everything like that going on, what I should be doing is we need to grab the Massey Ferguson. And I might as well grab the header trailer. And we'll bring this over to our soybean field that we're currently harvesting. Ooh, that will connect. Perfect. Now let's bring that over to there, and we'll bring the Massey Ferguson back to the farm, and we'll start cutting up the grass and windrowing it to start making some more hay for the sheep. Yeah, at this point, I'm really not sure if I'm going to get to the point of being able to buy all the fields that we kind of talked about in order to make a road through here. Now, I'm wondering if the same thing would happen like on Tuscany, because I do believe I got the free landscaping mod turned on, which means I can landscape anywhere. But in Tuscany, I made a road on a farmer's field I didn't own, and every year when it came time to plant, or when it came time to plant, the farmers pretty much erased my road that I made on their own field. I mean, it's their property. They can do as they please, but that's what they were doing. So making a wider road down here, I don't know how well it's going to go over. But we shall see. Like I said, when the winter months come, as we know right now, I can borrow up to $2 million, and after I sell a lot of stuff, I'm guessing we might be able to borrow possibly 2.5, maybe $3 million. Yeah, we'll spend a whole bunch of cash. Maybe one piece of land and another harvester and header. Harvester and header is going to cost us $1 mil. The big Krone M is going to cost us like 350, somewhere around there. Oh yeah, and I should be looking at field number 3, right? That's the other small field for sugarcane. Although I'm trying to think, am I going to... should I even bother with that property at this point? Because we're just getting to the first harvest of sugarcane for this year, and it's going to grow 2 more times. With only about 15 or so more episodes in the series, I don't think that's going to matter, because we're not going to go through 3 more harvests of sugarcane before we got to replant it somewhere. So maybe just ignore field number 3 at this point. Yeah, I think that's we don't have to even worry about it. Well, another job just got added to my list. I kind of forgot the field that we just planted last month. Well, barley, that's got weeds into it, so I got to go ahead and take care of that. All right, so what I need to do to get set up for what we're doing for the grass field is I got to get the baler out of the way first of all. So let's grab that. So let's park that like right here. The Massey Ferguson will have the tedder on the back to turn the grass over so it gets converted over to hay. Yeah, even if I get the Krone Big M, I still may keep the mowers that we have up here. Have to wait and see. I don't know how much those mowers, are they worth to sell? I mean, they're going to be worth something. So about 40, 50. I can probably get like, 55,000 for them. So, I mean, that's actually pretty good cash. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, would it be worth to keeping the small... Oh, well, I shouldn't say smaller mowers. I think technically this setup here is a wider setup than the big Krone M. Not by a whole lot. We're talking like 0.2 meters. Alright. Rear mower attached. Alright, but before I get started on cutting some grass, wow, in just a second here, we're going to have all of our tractors in use. And we're going to have 3 workers on the go. So we got to grab the John Deere, drop off the spreader, hitch up to the John Deere See and Spot weed sprayer and put that in the barley field. I kind of did I spray for weeds in this field? Alright, it doesn't say there's weeds growing there, so... A busy, busy month. Needs to be unloaded. Okay, so I can't even get to the cutting the grass yet. It's soybeans. Was not expecting it to be full already. Ronnie the Rooster's having a fit in the middle of the yard. And this is what you get, though, when you have a big farm and a lot of work going on, even with workers. It seems like when you try to do a job yourself, it's hard to keep track. Now, I would put the mower actually on a worker in the grass field behind us, but I think it's going to add in the sugarcane field with it because it's technically inside the same field. So, I mean, I could put the mowers on a worker and, of course, the tedder on follow me. It'll just follow, of course, the tractor in front of it. But, yeah, I think it's going to interact with the sugarcane field also. I don't know what I did with course play in this field before. If I do current waypoints, all waypoints, I may be able to set it off. Maybe it was for weeds from last year. If it starts hitting the pole, then I know that it's not for this working width. But I think we're oh, you're gonna hit the pole. All right, that I do remember I had to take care of. All right, let me get around the pole. I'm probably gonna hit the poles as well. I'll do the circle here and get them back on track. Then we'll grab the truck and the grain trailer, head on down to the combine and get that unloaded so that worker can continue. Alright, so somewhere in here you should continue your work, I hope. All right, let me tab over to perfect. Yeah, as you guys said a while ago, about like having a chaser bend, I guess it's all in terminology and wording, but I guess what you guys were saying when you mentioned it, and I was thinking of an like an auger wagon, you were pretty much saying about putting a smaller silo down here so I could just store everything in that silo. So instead of going back and forth with a truck, I can just quickly dump it off in the silo and get back to work. And then further on down the road, if I wanted to, I could take this stuff out of that silo, transport it up to the mother silo up at the farmyard. Or probably things like soybeans may as well stay like in a silo down here, because the store is right on down here, and soybeans will not go to the grain mill, which is closer by the farmyard. And I will try to look into, I know you really guys want to see me do multiple trailers, even though I don't think we really need it for what we're doing here. I think the setup we got is just fine. But since you guys are pretty much wanting to see it, I'll see. Needs to be filled, needs to be unloaded. Oh, you know what needs to be filled is the drill. But yeah, I'll try to look more into multiple trailers. But as you can imagine, for the past, well, at least for me, 4 or 5 days with the announcement of live streams coming to the channel, I had to refamiliarize myself with settings and all that for doing live streams and relearning how to do that, even though I've never done it. I thought I was going to be doing live streams when I got the latest internet I had was Starlink, and I thought I was going to be able to live stream with that, but that was not stable enough to do live streaming. And that was like 3 or 4 years ago when I got that. So now, like for the past 4 or 5 days, I've been getting back into OBS, trying to get things set up and learning everything on that. So that's why some of the videos may have been shorter than they have been in the past, because I've been spending more time learning on that kind of stuff, and really haven't had time to look up sometimes what I'm doing here. Yeah, I will look into possibly once maybe doing some double trailers, but like I said, for what we're really doing here, I don't think it's really necessary. Might even get time to get the grass started mowing today. I definitely won't be able to do it when we are doing the sugar cane. So we're actually getting a good amount of soybean off this field. Might be over-fertilized. Alright, we're going to call that good enough for now. Because soybean doesn't require any fertilizer, and I've probably done contracts in this field. Actually, it says pH value is nitrogen's perfect, so that's kind of weird. Let me get into, where's my T9? Let's go ahead and we'll drop off the drill itself. And we'll might as well top off with seed and fertilizer. Yep, force of habit. I'm checking for traffic when there is none. Yeah, maybe for now I'll leave the traffic off. I mean, it's nice to have the traffic on just to get the feel that you're not alone on the map. Also makes it feel just a little bit more immersive, you know, having traffic on a map. But yeah, I think for now I'll just leave it off. Oh, I just realized, though, I'm coming on down to the store. I do have one over by the soybean field, a seed hut. So I could have gone to that one as well. Although I think they're probably the same distance from one another from where we were at. And now let's switch over to this one. Can I just fill up? No, you're going to make me back out of the area. I think that's why, like, this seed hut is from Omatana. It's nice just to have one hut for everything. I think that's why when Alien Jim did his seed hut and fertilizer hut, he made them separate, because that way you don't have to, well, I mean, you still have to go to a different hut. So, I mean, as long as you put them side by side, just like drive forward, and then you don't have to keep back up, pull forward, get back in the trigger. Probably that's why he did it that way. As I learned on the Mythical Woods. "19 miles an hour feels like we are crawling here." And we'll get this connected back up. By the time we get this connected back up, I should just go over and empty out our John Deere combine, because that's probably half full at this point. And then I'll try to get back up and start cutting the grass field. All hands on deck before winter. Right, we'll just back it up just a little bit more. And all right, get back to work. All right, get back into. Oh yeah, how you doing? How you doing? He's doing good. They're still sitting there like right where I left them. And let's go help out the combine get unloaded. Yeah, just another month before Farming Simulator 25 comes out. But the one thing, as we are seeing with Fact Sheet Friday and learning about peas and rice and spinach and all that, all these new crops coming to the game, it requires all specialized harvesters, which are not cheap. So wanting to get into like all the new crops right away, if you're doing it without cheating in money, it's going to take a while to get all those harvesters. I mean, I guess you could lease them, but even leasing equipment like that, it's going to cost a pretty penny. If you haven't seen any of the machines and you want to see what's going on and you know what they're all about, you can go ahead and check out my playlist on Farming Simulator 25, which is pretty much all about, you know, news, information that FS25 has been released. And every Friday they have a thing called Fact Sheet Friday, where they show off some of the equipment that's going to be in Farming Simulator 25 and, you know, the cost and basically the info that you would see in the store page. So if you want to know how much some of the machinery is going to cost and you're just wondering, check out my Farming Simulator 25 playlist and check out the Fact Sheet Friday videos. That's where you're going to find out the information on that. No, don't fold in the pipe. I'm right here. Just try to get most of it out, and then we'll go ahead and we'll at least get started on making some hay. So by the time next episode comes out for Western Australia, our wheat field across the way should be done, I hope. And I'll have moved on from this soybean field, and we'll get the combine set up for doing the soybean field up by our production buildings. And hopefully we'll also get to get into the sugarcane. Alright, let's get... I did not take care of the pH value in this field at all. It's okay, it's not bad, but it's definitely not great. Okay, we'll turn that on. You go ahead and follow me. That's exactly what the mod's called. Looks like we got Francine following behind us. Before I get started mowing, let me just quickly look at the stock market page. Anything that I should be looking at selling today that's a really good price. I guess I could sell the cane juice. I mean, it's not that far off. I would get 68,700. If I waited to the max price, I'd get almost 73. So it's not that much of a difference. So probably selling that to get the money in to be able to lease the forage harvester and the header. Everything else I'd rather wait on, like the tableware. I want to wait on that. And canola should be sold in June. That price is going up as well. Yeah, probably the cane juice is what I should be looking at selling to bring in a little bit of cash to fund our work for the month. Yeah, maybe also I should, I mean, it's not really needed, but it's been commented a few times about getting ourselves a better house, which is something we kind of do need for Hudson for him to move in. So maybe with this upcoming winter sale, we'll get ourselves a better house for ourselves. I did see one on the Mod Hub months ago. I don't know if I downloaded it. I don't think I've activated it for this series either. But I'll have to double check on see how much that farmhouse is going to cost. I am interested to see in FS25. I think we do got some sheds or farmhouses that we quote-unquote build. So looking forward to that. A little bit of construction sim maybe and farm sim. So I got a little work to do here in between episodes. Like I said, the soybean field that we're currently harvesting, that should be done. The wheat field that we're planting, that should be done. And at most, this grass field will have hay in it. I'll get it cut and tedded all the way on through. We'll just have to, of course, windrow it and bale it. And then next episode, we'll have the harvester in the soybean field up here, and we'll be doing the sugarcane transportation at the same time. Which should go a little bit quicker. I don't think last year I had the underbelly trailer. I think last year I did it with the 3-in-1 trailer. So it'll be less trips back and forth, which is not far to begin with, but it is time taking away from going around the field and collecting up the sugarcane. It's not going to be a great harvest, but we really don't need the great harvest like we had the first time we did sugarcane in the field that was in front of us. I'm trying to go just slow enough to make sure that the tedder stays up with us. Oh yeah, and our John Deere sprayer should be done as well next episode. I think that worker is doing a good job over there. They haven't got stuck on nothing. Oh yeah, when I get to doing the sugarcane harvest and I hire a worker, I may have to separate the grass field from the sugarcane field, because Courseplay is going to recognize everything, because I got two crops in one field basically. So I'll just have to like put a line of dirt between these two fields, and then Courseplay will be like, oh okay, just this field here? Yes, just that field there. I realize I'm missing a little bit of grass on the edge here, but it's all good. Now that we got a second grass field, I'm not too concerned about it. Still haven't had a chance to come over here and take care of the day. We were putting down sheds and I was trying to paint in the concrete or gravel or whatever that is. And when I was doing it, the mouse started jumping around everywhere on the screen. That's why we got some concrete in the middle of our grass field. All right, let me tab back over to, all right, you're doing well. Looks like you're doing just fine. And this is exactly what I wanted. Combine's going in the right direction for me. Meaning the auger is on the side that's already harvested. And now that the combine's going in a nice straight line, this should be rather simple. That is a lot of soybean. A lot of soybean. We might end up with 100,000 liters of soybean off this field. Yeah, we're going to hit 70,000 almost right now, and we got that much more to go. So I wasn't expecting to get a full trailer, but we could end up even with a full trailer. Am I going to hit 75,000? Almost. All right, let's get out of the way so the combine can continue on. But that, yeah, this yield is looking very, very good. Soybeans going to be sold in, like, August? Soybean is actually in December. Oh, yeah. My brain is still thinking, yeah, we're getting close to winter here. December, perfect. No, in December here, that's you know, like late spring. We're in April. December's a long ways off. Still gets me every time, even though we're like almost 60 episodes in. So, yep, this harvest will be done, like I said. I will continue on with the grass field as well, making it into hay. and everything else will be done, and plenty more work here to do in April, of course. But hopefully next episode we can get us done pretty much everything that we need to in April. Then maybe, I don't think we'll get a chance to move on to May, where our other grass field will be ready for a harvest. It won't be the tall grass, but it'll be grass nonetheless, and we can make some silage bales and get those stored up, and that'll be sold in like a year and a half from now, basically. Make sure the workers still behind me, which they are. But anywho, if you made it this far in the video and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. Also lets me know that you enjoyed seeing the content you saw here today. And while you're down there, might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell as well, so you don't miss out on more content like this. But that is going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.